Hey guys, CB Super. Today I'm going to show you where to get the Guts Great Sword very early on in the game. In fact, it's only going to take us about 14 and a half minutes or so. So it's over in Caelid, and if you haven't already been over to Caelid, you probably won't have the Caelem Ruins Grace already selected or already unlocked. But essentially, you're going to go to the Caelem Ruins, and it's just north of the actual ruins themselves. Back there, you can see that carriage has a chest on it, and we're going to go ahead and run over there, and we're just going to grab the Guts Greatsword. Now, there are a bunch of pretty high-level dogs and birds over here that are definitely going to turn you into mincemeat. So be ready to die a couple times, and make sure you save that grace inside that chest. But let's go ahead and start from the very beginning. So we're going to start off in Limgrave, and we're going to do the normal thing that you pretty much do every time. We're going to go and get our mount. So we're going to run right over to the church first, and we're just going to grab the grace. We're going to skip all of the loot, and we're going to head over just before Gate Town. There is another grace, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to trigger that grace, which is going to allow us to get our mount. You can also go up to the top of Gate Town, and you will obviously be able to get your mount there, and that is the way that I normally do it, but this way is a little bit more efficient. So just breeze through all of these cutscenes, and you'll go ahead and you'll get your steed. And now I've unlocked the map, but you don't really need to do that. We're going to go back over to the first step so we can get over here to the ruins here. Now, there is an actual teleport trap inside of these ruins, which I'm sure you've seen before. You've probably used it to go to Caelid many times over. So there are a few dogs and a few rats to avoid inside the ruins. You're just going to head down into the cave as best you can, open the gate. You may need to jump around a little bit and repot in order to get in there. They definitely may kill you, and if they do, don't worry. It's not a long run. You may need to pot up while you are actually in there, and then once you make it into the shack, go ahead and just head out of the cave as quick as possible. You will probably get hit a couple times by those threads, so just be aware of that. You may want to rest really quickly at this grace, just so if you need to fast travel anywhere, you will be able to. And then we're just going to mount up, and we're going to head the normal route that we usually do whenever we get here to Caelid. So we're going to head south, and then we're going to turn east, and we're going to head into the town. Now, there is a dog ash, or a rat ash, if you want to grab it right there. The only thing we're going to be grabbing, we're going to be leaving most of the loot, and we're just going to grab all of the graces. And so you're going to head east until you can't head east anymore, and then you're just going to start heading south out of town. Now, you do need to be careful and try to avoid those glintstone pebble throwers as best as possible, because they will gang up on you pretty quickly, and they're homing missiles essentially. So if you just hang the right side of the path, you'll run into the first grace. Again, no need to rest at these graces. There shouldn't be anything that's going to kill us along the route as long as we keep moving. We are going to grab this map fragment. So quickly just grab the map fragment. I'm going to open it up and just going to show you where we're headed. Now we're just going to go around the bad guy on the horse, and we're going to head straight back to the path, avoiding the dragon as best as possible. He will aggro you if you're even remotely near him. Grab the grace, and again, we're going to go right back to the path. Back on the path again, just avoiding every confrontation. You'll notice we have 0 ruins. We're not trying to level up on our way out there. Once you hit that patrol, you cut to the right. There'll be another grace over by the swords. Again, right back to the path, just avoiding all of the loot, avoiding all of the fights, and we're just going to hightail it past all of the patrols. You can see this is the second to last grace that we're going to grab. Now we're at the Caelem Ruins. And so you can run through the actual ruins themselves. There's nothing for us to stop for. We don't need any of the loot. We're just going to bypass all of the mobs here, and we're just going to grab the last grace. Now, this is the grace that you saw in the very beginning of the video, and you can see the carriage is just behind us. So you should probably rest here and trigger the cutscene to go to the Lost Grace. But once you are back, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and make our first run. Now, you may die a few times here. No big deal. As long as you rested at that grace, you'll pop right back over there. Now, just head over to, try to avoid the dogs as best as possible. Jump off and grab the sword. You may not get it on the first go. That bird is going to aggro you real quick. Just try to, circle back around and juke him out. And then grab the great sword and then just run like heck. And hopefully you get away. Again, if you die, just go back to the grace. Don't go back to the statue because it'll put you on the other side of all these mobs. And again, you can drop aggro just by resting really quickly at the grace. And there you go. You have the Guts Greatsword. I think it took about 14 minutes to do this for the video. And one thing you got to know is that there is a strength and dex requirement. So 31 strength and 12 dex. So you're probably not going to be able to use this in the very beginning of the game. If you're interested in not really a power leveling, but like a quick leveling guide, I will have one going up very shortly after this. By the time you're watching it, it's probably linked. And that's simply just going over and killing the dragon once or twice and just, stealing the runes from that and grabbing a couple trinkets and tokens and whatnot to, boost up your strength and your attack power. I hope you guys got something out of this. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.